to come over here as the chief guest of the valedictory function. Now, in brief, I request actually our one of the reporter, Mandakini madam, I think you are okay. Please come and tell your observation here within a very small time. Dr. Mandakini Das madam is leader in political science of our college.
Respected Chairman of this seminar, Chief Guest Dr. Ramnaran Mishra, Dr. Sastri, Dr. K. Amnapunna, and Organizing Secretary. It is my privilege rather to present before you the brief synopsis of the papers which have been presented. Actually, I was the rapporteur of the first session, not the all 4 sessions. But in the absence of other rapporteurs, I have been asked to sum up the papers, and therefore I may not have given justice to all other panels, only one panel where I was the rapporteur. The first session was chaired by Professor Saroj Kumar Mishra, and the resource person was Professor S.I. Hussain. The session started with the ideas of Dr. S.I. Hussain, the resource person of the panel, who focused on the Muslim women in India. He threw light on how in medieval India few Muslim women like Razia Sultan, Nur Jahan, Mumtaz, etc. had played their historic role in state administration. In the present political scenario, the leading role has been played by Najma Hebatullah and 2 nominated Rajya Sabha member Nargis and Sabna Azmi. The Indian film industry, though the number are few, but some women have played a very significant and influential role, particularly by Jubeda, Jatan Bai, Nasim Bano, Saira Bano, Meena Kumari, Wahida Rahman, etc. He also provided a snapshot on few Muslim women who have established themselves in the field of singing, dancing, literature and sports. He analyzed the causes of their less representation in this field, and particularly how due to their poor socio-economic condition, conservatism, growth of fundamentalism, lack of education, lack of consciousness, and particularly the lack of intellectual freedom are responsible for the poor representation of Muslim women in present Indian scenario. And so far as the paper presentation was going on, the first paper titled as Measures to Empower Women Administrator, presented by Dr. Kishori Das. In this paper, he highlighted, though 50% of national human resources are women, yet how there is very low representation in higher educational administrative posts. Only 16% of women are found in higher policy-making educational field and playing their role as vice chancellors, pro-vice chancellors, registrars, deans, directors, and principals. For the enhancement of women participation in this field, she has provided certain suggestions, that is change of governmental policies, change of parental attitude, role of teachers, and also the role of women who should have taken initiative to change themselves first. And therefore, the women should come forward to take additional burden, and by which they can fight all the causes of obstruction. The second paper was a joint paper prepared by F.C. Sarangi and Helen Sahu, titled as Mass Media, Advertisement and Mannequinization of Women, and presented by H.C. Sarangi. In this paper, he pointed out that mass media effectively deliver an audience to advisors, and advertisements constitute the most powerful influential image building force in any society. Advertisements sell values, images, and concepts of success and worth, love, sexuality, popularity, and also impose normalcy. In the world of advertisement, women are shown as gender stereotyped role takers, housewives, or sex objects. She is made to feel guilty for not being more beautiful, for not being better wife and mother. They are made to feel that their desirability is only contingent upon physical perfection. The next paper was presented by Manoj Panda in Oriya, Nari Swadhinatar Artha, Ekavinsha Shatabdira Swapna. To undermine the role of women, how they have been made to feel that they have no positive role to play in the society and they are made as objects of pleasure and enjoyment. Not only the societal attitude, even the governmental policies are not pro-women. Unless the shadow conspiracies which are going on against women are removed, they will not be able to realize their best self. In order to realize the dream of women liberation in the real sense, it is highly necessary to change the attitude of women towards themselves. The last paper again was a joint paper prepared by Dr. Rekha Das and Dr. Pushpamitra Mahanti and presented by Dr. Das. It is titled as Empowerment of Women in Panchayati Raj Institutions of Odisha. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act provides women an opportunity to take part in the decision-making process at the local level. Rural women are no longer the beneficiary of a development process, but more important, contributors to it. Women of non-political background are entering into politics due to mandatory provision of reservation. They highlight how educational qualifications, socio-economic conditions like their age, occupation, marital status, residence, political background, etc. are important determinants in shaping the nature and level of participation of women in rural local self-bodies. In the concluding observation, she highlights the need of